first for the opportunity to meet with you, and we are truly pleased to have for the first time after 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic the opportunity to meet in person, but importantly also online. So really for the first time we have a hybrid meeting. Now, as of today, we have 18,500 individuals that are on site. There are additional 6,500 connected online. So overall, we have 25,000 participants, and I would assume that more participants will arrive Saturday and Sunday. Imaging is really a cross-sectional specialty within cardiovascular medicine. Basically, no diagnosis can be made without imaging, and it's really the basis of any sound clinical decision making. But there has been also tremendous progress in the field of imaging, be it in the field of echocardiography and more recently CT and MRI. I also would like to highlight several sessions that point to the importance of multimodality imaging, that is the integration of anatomical and functional assessment of cardiovascular diseases. And finally, there is a new emerging field, and that is interventional guidance through specialized imagers. And I think this is a very important part because many procedures that are minimally invasive critically depend on imaging guidance. We have a very rich programs in terms of hotlines. There are a total of 36 presentations in 10 hotline sessions. Certainly a major highlight will be the DELIVER trial that tests dapagliflozin in patients with heart failure and preserved ejection fraction. And this is important because the medical therapies that have been available so far have been limited. Last year, during ESC 2021, we presented for the first time the EMPEROR trial that investigated empagliflozin in the same patient population. So we are looking forward to this first time presentation of the DELIVER trial. I think it's also noteworthy that there are two pre-specified meta-analyses that are presented at the same time. And these are pooled analyses of DAPA-HF and DELIVER. And another one is a pooled analysis of DELIVER and EMPEROR preserved. So I think this will give us a deep insight into various phenotypes of heart failure. But there are many more additional sessions that are of interest. The first hotline that will be presented today includes the TIME study that investigates blood pressure administration either in the morning or in the evening, whether there are any difference. Very important is the SECURE study that is assessing the outcome of a polypill for secondary prevention in patients with atherosclerotic disease. And then also the PERSPECTIVE trial that investigates specifically the cognitive outcome in patients with heart failure that are treated with sacubitril valsartan. But there are many more sessions. There is one session dedicated to anticoagulation. The INVICTUS trial will address issues related to anticoagulation in patients with rheumatic heart disease. And then we will have 3 phase 2 trials that look at a completely new class of drugs, namely factor 11 inhibitors, that bear the hope to mitigate the risk of bleeding.